Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into two of Australia's most talked about coins, the 1972 and 2000 for 50-cent coins. These little pieces of metal might look ordinary, but some of them are selling for huge amounts of money. In this video I'll show you exactly what to look for, from rare mint marks to tiny errors that could turn your 50-1 coin into a collector's dream. So grab your coin jar, hit that subscribe button, and let's uncover some Australian treasure together. Let's get started. First up today, we're diving deep into one of Australia's most collectible circulating coins, the 1972 50-cent piece. If you've ever pulled a chunky dodecagonal 50c from your change and wondered whether it's an ordinary pocket filler or a little nugget of numismatic gold, this long-form breakdown, designed to fill roughly a video across 10 parts, will take you from history and design through mintage, numbers, typical market values, rarities and error coins, grading tips, how to avoid fakes, and exactly how to sell for the best price. Stick around until the end for my top 3 inspection tricks and a subscriber-only tip for spotting high-value specimens. First, the basics. The 1972 50c is the standard coat of arms designed by Stuart Devlin with Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. It's a large 12-sided cupro-nickel coin of about 31.65 millimeters and roughly 15.55 grams, built to be bold and wearable in circulation. The Canberra Institution and Museum records summarize the iconography, the shield, kangaroo and emu, and the star, and the coin's physical specs, which collectors rely on when verifying authenticity and attributing varieties. Mintage is the single most important factor for value. The Royal Australian Mint records show the 1972 circulation mintage at roughly 5.6 million pieces, low compared with some other years of the same era, but still a substantial number in absolute terms. That low for the series status is why sellers often call 1972 scarce, but remember, scarcity relative to other years doesn't automatically translate to very high dollar values. Condition, demand, and error types matter a lot. If you're asking what will this sell for, the typical reality is modest. Circulated 1972 50c coins commonly sell for only a few Australian dollars, often in the $1 $10 AUD range, depending on where. Uncirculated or gem quality examples can fetch more, perhaps tens of dollars, but you should not expect hundreds from a run-of-the-mill coin marketplace. Listings and recent auction records back this up. Most sales are small, with rare exceptions. If you want a quick estimate, check active sales on eBay and specialist dealers to see realized prices for the exact grade you have. Now for the exciting part, the outliers. Some 50c coins, including certain mistrikes, double-struck pieces, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet, have been recorded that push values into the hundreds or even thousands for truly dramatic errors. Recent media stories about particular 50c error pieces, different years, show headline values from several hundred up to many thousands when an extremely rare authenticated error appears for the 1972 issue. Specifically, the most valuable specimens are authenticated error or proof pieces rather than ordinary circulation strikes. If you think you have an error, stop, don't clean it, and consider professional authentication. Grading makes or breaks value. Learn to recognize the 4 broad condition buckets: poor, heavy wear, details largely gone, fine, major elements visible but worn, uncirculated, no wear but possibly contact marks, and mint proof, like exceptional strike and surface. Look specifically at high points on the coat of arms, the kangaroo and emu's details, and the queen's hair on the obverse. These were first for higher value sales. Get a professional grade from a trusted service, for example NGCPCGS. Third-party grading provides trust and often raises sale prices, especially for near mint examples. Beware of cleaning and DIY restored coins. Aggressive cleaning will remove patina and lower value, even if the coin looks shinier. Also be alert for counterfeit plankets or altered dates. Use a magnifier to check for tool marks around the date. Examine edge and thickness against a known genuine coin and compare weight. If the seller's story sounds too good to be true, for example untouched, hoard with mint dozens of rare 1972 50c, ask for high-res photos of obverse, reverse, and edge, and request provenance. When in doubt, seek an experienced dealer's second opinion. If you want to sell, choose the venue to match the coins. Story, eBay, or local auction sites are fine for circulated coins, but research completed listings for realized prices. Specialist auction houses are better for high-end or rare pieces, and coin dealers can be quickest if you need cash now. Expect dealer margins. Always include clear photos, condition notes, and if graded, the certification number. For rare coins, get formal authentication first. Many buyers will pay a premium only for an authenticated piece. Using multiple platforms, local marketplace, plus specialist auction often nets the best return, but it takes more time. Store coins in inert holders or acid-free flips. Keep them away from humid environments and fingerprints, and never polish. Build a reference library of price guides and completed sales pages so you can track trends. Some years slowly climb in value as collectors complete sets. If you're collecting by date or mint, focus on condition. A single high-grade 1972 might be more valuable to you or a beer than several per examples from rarer years. So final takeaway, the 1972 Australian 50 cent is an interesting year, lower mintage than some years and worthy of inspection, but most circulated condition and sell for modest amounts. Rarity and real value arise from high-grade proof examples or genuine minting errors. If you like this deep dive and want me to examine images you have sent, clear photos of obverse, reverse, and edge, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and drop a comment with the coin's condition. I'll do a follow-up where I appraise up to 5 user-submitted coins on camera. Subscriber bonus tip: next time you dump loose change, keep a simple magnifier and a small flashlight. Some subtle die errors reveal themselves under low-angle light and 10 magnification, and those are the coins that can surprise you at auction. Next up today, we're taking a long, detailed look at the Australian 50 cent coin dated 2000 for a piece that looks ordinary in your pocket, but can surprise collectors and dealers alike. Over the next, I'll walk you through everything: what the coin is, its background, how to tell condition, and rarity error types that can bump value, realistic price expectations in 2025, and practical advice for buying, selling, and storing. Stick around for the valuation section if you only want to know what it might be worth, and if you like this kind of deep dive, please subscribe and join our community. We post weekly collector guides, auction tips, and market updates. First, the basics. The 50 cent coin is one of Australia's largest circulating denominations and has a distinctive dodecagon, 12-sided shape that makes it instantly recognizable. The obverse bears the portrait of the head of state in that year on modern issues. That's the Queen, and the reverse typically features the Australian coat of arms or a commemorative design depending on special issues. For 2004, the design you'll most commonly see is the standard coat of arms reverse, but remember, coinage can include special mint or collector variants, proof sets, or commemoratives. The coin is made for circulation with a robust alloy to handle heavy use. It's not a precious metal coin, but that doesn't mean it can't be collectible. Beyond the artistry, manufacturing details like edge, weight, and diameter are what graders check for authenticity, and to spot altered pieces. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A 2000 for 50 cent in uncirculated mint state condition, perfect luster, sharp detail on the coat of arms and portrait will be worth more than the same date that's scratched, dented, or heavily worn. Collectors use grading language like good G, very fine VF, extremely fine EF, XF, about uncirculated O, and mint state MS. If you want to estimate value, you should learn to assess surface wear, rim integrity, strike quality, how sharply the design was impressed, toning, evidence of cleaning, and any hairline, scratches, or contact marks. Even a single small scratch across the high relief can drop a coin several grade levels, and that can reduce market value dramatically. If you're preparing a coin to sell, consider getting it slabbed by a reputable grading service. The slab certifies grade and often helps you command higher prices, especially for coins near the top of the scale. Not every 2000 for 50C is equal. Circulation strikes are the usual pieces people find in change and pocket lots, but there can be higher value versions. Proof coins sold in mint sets, specially struck presentation pieces, or small production runs for collectors. Also pay attention to mint marks and packaging. Official mint sets, proof sets, or coins with certificates of authenticity usually attract collector interest. Additionally, keep an eye out for limited or regional issues and for any year-specific commemorative designs that might have been released alongside the standard. Errors are where ordinary coins suddenly become exciting. For the 2000 for 50C, possible error types include off-center strikes, double striking, die cracks, planchette flaws, clipped blankets, wrong planchette strikes, doubled dies where the design is doubled, and repunched mint marks or date Anomalies. Some errors are dramatic and easy to spot with the naked eye. Others require a loupe or magnifier but can still fetch good premiums from collectors who specialize in mint errors. Remember, value depends on how visually striking and how uncommon the error is. A slight die crack that appears on many coins is often only mildly collectible, but a dramatic off-center strike of 20% or more can generate real bidding competition. Always photograph suspected errors from multiple angles and consult specialist error coin forums or error catalogs before pricing. Let's talk numbers, but keep in mind coin markets fluctuate. For a typical circulated 2000 for 50C value is often near face value among regular users. In the collecting market, such pieces may sell for a small premium if in very fine to extremely fine condition. Premiums rise for high grades, proofs, mint sets, and genuine error pieces. If you have a certified MS65 or better, a proof in original mint packaging, or a dramatic mint error, you could see substantially higher prices at auction or with specialist dealers. However, don't expect instant, life-changing sums from a run-of-the-mill circulated 2000 for the honest rule. Ordinary circulated examples equals modest premiums. Uncirculated, proof error, specimens equals real collector value. If you want concrete up-to-date sale prices, check recent auction results and dealer listings. Those reflect realized prices rather than optimistic catalog estimates. If you found a 2000 for 50C and wonder whether it's valuable, follow these steps. 1. Cleanliness check. Never clean the coin. Cleaning kills collector value. 2. Visual inspection. Examine obverse and reverse under a loupe. 10x is common for die marks, doubling, or off-center strike. 3. Weight and dimensions. Use a precise scale and calipers. 2. Compare against standard specs. If they are off, it may flag a wrong planchette or a counterfeit. 4. Compare to reference photos from coin guides or catalogs. 5. For suspected high-value pieces, get a second opinion from a reputable dealer or a coin grading numismatic authority. Photographs from multiple angles and a short video while rotating the coin help remote experts give a quicker read. Finally, for certification, consider trusted third-party graders. Slabbing can cost money but often increases beer confidence when selling. When you decide to sell, choose the right venue. Options include online auction platforms for wider exposure but variable fees, specialist coin dealer websites better for quick private sales, local coin shops fast but may offer wholesale prices, and collector forums peer sales but require trust. For rare or certified coins, consider professional auction houses that specialize in coins. They bring serious collectors but charge seller commissions. When buying, always compare multiple listings. Check seller feedback. Ask for photos of the actual piece and beware of listings that use stock photos. Negotiate politely. Know recent sale prices for similar graded examples and factor in fees. Listing fees, beer, seller commissions, grading costs, shipping, and insurance. If you're using a marketplace, protect yourself with tracked shipping and insurance. Coins are small but attractive to thieves. Protecting value is simple but crucial. Never polish or chemically clean coins. Handle them by the edges with clean hands or nitrile gloves. 2. Avoid oil. Store in inert holders, plastic, flips, mylar, or properly graded slabs, and keep them in a stable, low humidity environment, away from extremes of heat and light. For display, archival coin cards or capsules. Protect against scratches. If you have multiple coins that might be valuable, consider a safe deposit box for high-value pieces, and make sure you have photographic records and receipts for insurance. Good presentation also helps when selling. Original mint boxes, certificates, or provenance documentation often bring better offers. Alright, that wraps our long guide to the 2000 for Australian 50-cent coin. If you learned something new, please hit subscribe, ring the bell, and like this video. It helps the channel reach more collectors. If you want exclusive content, detailed price lists, monthly market updates, or to join private live streams where we evaluate your coins live, check the membership join link below or find our Patreon link in the description. Drop a photo of your 2000 for 50C in the comments or upload it to our Discord for a free community assessment. I and other members will weigh in. Next week, we'll examine error coins from 2008 to 2012 and do a live grading session. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story. Sometimes the journey to find its value is the best part. See you next time.